Good morning, students. Today we are going to do some few question answers of the chapter Footprints Without Feet. The first question that we'll do today is, what moral lesson does the story give out? The answer is, Footprints Without Feet shows the bad values of science when science is misused. Griffin is a scientist. He has invented the medicine of being invisible. After becoming invisible, he causes great harm to everything. Thus, he misuses science and becomes a kind of criminal. He disturbs peace of the village, Iping, for which police has to be called. This means that if science is misused this way, it is harmful for humanity. Today, it is happening like this. Like this means the science is being misused. Nuclear weapons have been invented along with other dangerous weapons. The whole world is sitting on a volcano of these lethal weapons. One step can lead to a total destruction of human race. Thus, science should be used for peace and well-being. So this is the moral of the lesson, that science should be used for the peace and well-being of humanity. Second question is, although Griffin was a brilliant scientist, yet he misused his discovery. Explain. This question had come in 2012. A true scientist is always law-abiding. He does something useful for the mankind. A good scientist should serve mankind with his discoveries or inventions. But in the present case, Griffin became a nuisance for the people around him. He lost control on himself. But a scientist has to be very patient. In the end, he escapes like a criminal. These things certainly show that he was not a true scientist. Now, a true scientist has to be brilliant. And with this brilliance, he has to be very, very patient. He does not have to use this because he has the power of the discovery in his hand. He should not misuse that. And this is what Griffin did. That in the end, the way he was treated was not like a brilliant scientist, but like a criminal because of his activities, criminal activities. The third question is, what curious episode occurs in the study? Very early in the morning, a clergyman and his wife were awakened by the noises in the study. Creeping downstairs, they heard the chink of money being taken out from the desk. Without making any noise and a poker in his hand, the clergyman flung open the door but found no one there. They looked around everywhere in the room, but they did not find anyone there. Yet the desk had been opened and the housekeeping money was missing. Now here what happens that early in the morning, the clergy and his wife, they get up hearing some kind of a noise, the opening and closing of the doors. They very quietly go to that room, study room, and they find no one there. But yet, when they cannot see anyone, yet they find that the housekeeping money has disappeared and no one is there in that room. They can hear the clink of the chink of the money being taken, put somewhere, put it in a bag, but they cannot find anyone doing that. So here they were very surprised. This was a very curious episode that no one was there in the room and yet the money had disappeared. Why was the arrival of this stranger in the village an unusual event? Answer is, Iping was a small village away from London. Visitors seldom came to that village, much less in winter. So when Griffin reached the village inn, everybody was surprised. Griffin became the subject of talk everywhere. His arrival was an unusual event in a village. So it was a small village. Any outsider, especially in the odd season of winter, no one usually came, no visitors came in winter. And in that winter, this Griffin had come here, and that too in a very strange look, with all bandage and everything on his face, it caused the suspicion and the attention of everyone, drew the attention of everyone. He had an uncommon appearance. He was wearing bandages around his forehead. He had dark glasses and a false nose. He also wore big bushy side whiskers and a large hat. Everyone looked at him with suspicion. The way he was dressed, everyone was suspicious about his looks and all that. And where did he get this look? He got this look from the costume where he had gone to the costume house and he had ransacked that place, where he had stolen the money and all these things from there. He had put those bushy side whiskers and the large hat so that no one would see that his face was transparent or that his face did not exist. Mrs. Hall wanted to be friendly with him, but Griffin told her not to disturb him. He told her that he liked solitude. He also told her that his face had been injured in an accident. Now Mrs. Hall, who was the innkeeper, she wanted to be friendly with him, but in a very rude way. Griffin told her that he did not want to be disturbed. He wanted to be all alone. Solitude means all alone, lonely. And he also informed her that his look is this because he was injured in an accident. Now the next question is, how would you assess Griffin as a scientist? Now there are different parts of a personality. There are different facets of a personality. So as a scientist, what kind of a person, what kind of a scientist was Griffin? Griffin was a short-tempered person. He wanted to discover a method to make human body transparent. He carried out experiments after experiment to prove that the human body could become invisible. And finally, he consumed rare drugs and his body became as transparent as a sheet of glass. He was successful in his discovery. However, he took advantage of his invisibility and tried to cheat the people and steal his money. So, as a human being, he was not a noble person, but as a scientist, he was brilliant. So, we come to know that as a human being also, he was not a good person. He was not at all a good person because he used this experiment of this discovery of it to cheat people and to harm people. So, the science is used for the benefit of human beings, not for to harm them or to hurt them. But as a scientist, he had discovered something rare, something great. So it was a very successful discovery. So as a scientist, he was brilliant and he was successful. Now, how was Griffin's invisibility a hindrance? Griffin's invisibility, he thought that with this invisibility, he is going to rule over humanity. He is going to become great. But soon he came to know that this invisibility is a hindrance. Hindrance means an obstacle. Why? Griffin's invisibility came at a cost. He was now homeless, had to wander without clothes in the bitter cold weather to remain invisible and could not eat anything. He was cold, hungry and penniless. So what was this? And he was as transparent as a glass. That means people could see through him. But he was solid like a glass. When he wore clothes, he became visible, and when he did not wear clothes, he became invisible. So to become invisible, he had to stay without clothes. And in that winter, staying without clothes, he could feel the cold, he could feel the warmth, he could feel the pain, he could feel the pinch and the blows and everything. But people could not see him, that without clothes, people could not see him. So to protect himself, he had to wear clothes. And once protect himself from the cold weather or anything else, he had to wear clothes. And once he wore clothes, people would see him. So if he wanted people not to see him, if he wanted to become invisible, he had to take out his clothes. And he could not bear this cold winter weather. And as a result, he was cold, hungry, penniless and homeless because of this invisibility. Now we do the characters. The first character that we are going to do is of Griffin. Griffin is a scientist with flawed brilliance. His discovers the formula for turning the human body invisible and tries it on himself. He feels powerful as an invisible man and sets his landlord's house on fire. So as a revenge, he sets the landlord's house on fire. He goes about stealing things and harming people. His life becomes lonely and miserable. He's got no friends. He doesn't get along with anyone. He's that haughty, proud person who thinks that with his invisibility, he can do whatever he wants, he can enjoy life, but that did not happen with him. He has to stay naked in the biting cold. He is homeless, hungry and penniless. He is forced to run from everywhere like a petty criminal. So instead of being respected for the great work that he had, for the great discovery that he had done, because of his criminal activities, he has to be treated like a small criminal, and people do not respect him, he is not at all liked by anyone. Now we come to the next one, that is Mrs. Halls. So Mrs. Halls Mrs. Hall is the owner of the local inn at Iping, where Griffin stayed after he fled London. She is a sharp woman with strong business acumen and is happy to receive Griffin as he paid her cash without bargaining. She puts up with his eccentric ways for the money she gets from him. She is superstitious as she is convinced that her furniture is haunted by spirits. She is also courageous as she does not hesitate to confront Griffin and ask him to explain his behavior. So Mrs. Hall, she is the owner of the local inn Iping, and she is happy in the beginning. She is very happy to have Griffin at a time when there were no visitors, and this was something like and Griffin paid her cash without bargaining, and that too advance payment. He made an advance payment, and she was very happy to receive this. She did not bother up asking that where is he come from, why his look is like that, but she was happy to put him up in her inn. But at the same time, she is superstitious also, because when she sees the furniture flying and the bandage and the hat all flying in the air, she thinks, and the chair pushing her out of the room in which Griffin was staying, she is superstitious to believe that the furniture is haunted by spirits. At the same time, she is courageous because she confronts Griffin and tells him to explain his mysterious behavior and also to object the way he has been behaving with her and with the other people. So here this is, I think these questions are the questions will help you to find the answers to the other questions, and these questions in general covers the whole of the chapter. Thank you very much.